Okay, here we are. This is how to draw a Ford Fusion, lesson 12. And as you can see, we're nearly done with it now. I didn't quite finish today, but I got pretty close to it. And the reason I didn't finish is because there was quite a bit of work to do to it still today. But I also always like to let it sit for some time, usually a whole day. And I look at it and see if there's anything else that instead of in the heat of the moment, I just relax and take a look at it kind of quietly and maybe several times just to see if there's anything else relative to the photograph that needs to be put in the car, or if it's fine the way it is. But to me, it makes a much better drawing if you think about it rather than just rush into doing something stupid. And as much time as I put in one of these drawings, I really don't want to rush it. So I want to make sure that I get it done correctly the way I want it to come out, and that's the most important thing. This one is doing great. There are a couple little things that need to be done, but that's why I didn't want to push it, and I want to make sure that I get it done. There is a mirror on the right-hand side, passenger side, and that's going to have to be put in, which it wasn't up to this point. And some of the lower area of the car that should be totally in shadow, they are not in shadow, so that's going to have to be done. And a little bit more on the interior too. It's close. It's very, very close, but I want to make sure that I get it done correctly. And it's those little tiny things that that really sell the drawing as being done and looking good. So it's always worth your time to take just a little while, and before you do something impulsive and stupid, just think about it for a little while, and then make a calculated decision on what you think needs to be done to it to make it right. And I always like to do that, and I think my drawings are a lot better for it. And I mean, as long as you already put in a couple days on this, one more day that when you're not working on it is not much to invest. So it's kind of like looking at it with fresh eyes. Then you see what needs to be done much more easily, and you're not doing something that's irreparably bad. There, you can see what I'm doing. On the interior, I'm trying to emphasize the post on the passenger side, but at the same time I want to show that you can barely see through the windshield for the reflection that's on it. So that's where we are, is working that one against the other, being able to see inside of it and seeing that the post is in shadow, but at the same time barely being able to see through it because of the reflection on the windshield. So it's like all the rest of this, it's a balancing act. And here's the area where I'm going to have to do some more tomorrow. And what that is that's the area that's on the windshield, but it's not quite dark enough. It shows part of the interior, but it isn't quite obscured enough. So I'm going to have to darken all those areas up a little bit tomorrow and make one agree with the other one a little bit better. But it's virtually done right now. I mean, this is going to take a very short time tomorrow, and we'll have this thing all wrapped up and ready to go. And I'm going to be very, very happy with it, because it looks like everything I wanted it to look like. It looks at least as good as the photograph to me, so I'm very happy with the way it's coming out. Okay, like I say, that's the area that's going to need to darken up a little bit, so I'm going to have to do a little more work inside as well as a little bit more work outside, but it'll work out just fine. And as you can see, I've done some of the trim too. I did the Ford emblem in front and some of the other little differences between shading and reflections and highlights. So the rear wheel and tire, that's going to have to be reworked a little bit, made a little bit darker, just like the rocker panel I'm working on there right there. But we are getting close. Like I say, I'm sure we're going to finish it tomorrow, and it probably won't be a long lesson either before we get it done. But I hope to see you back here. And if you come back, you'll see us finish it up right on camera. Thank you. Bye.